Good afternoon or good evening. Welcome. Okay, section one. Last week we went up to raise hands and step forward. So this week we're going to start our practice by moving from prepare all the way through raise hands and step forward. Let's just take one moment to kind of shake out our upper body, feel our connection to our feet. So shoulders width apart. Remember, this is so important to our overall health of our entire body. Knees in line, so check that, make sure they're perfectly in line. Waist is relaxed, head lifting up, and then we're just going to turn from our center. So just turning, let those arms swing, release that tension in the upper body. Let the mind relax and come tuned in to your Tai Chi practice today. And just take a deep breath. Shoulders hang down. That waist is leading the momentum of the arms. And we're nice and heavy through the legs. Beautiful. I love it. So remember, if we slow it down, then the arms are slower. We can get a nice feeling of movement through the spine. And then we'll very slowly come all the way back to center. All right, roll the shoulders out, maybe shake them down. I really want you to bring lightness through the upper body today, okay? Sometimes in traditional yang style, we feel like it can be a little stiff because there's so much going on with the detail in the arms. Let's try to relax a little bit, all right? So let's start our practice from prepare all the way through raise hands and step forward. Working on that perfect alignment. Remember those fingertips brush the sides of the thighs, and we have that little piece of fruit under the arms. Rotate the palms as they start lifting up, and then shoulder height, shoulder width for opening. Pressing down, upper arms, forearms, and palms. Ward off left, shifting to the left, turn on your right heel. Right arm reaches out in front, left arm bends underneath. We close the arms and step, and then lifting up and pressing down, go together, torso's vertical. Shift your weight back. Turn everything on your left heel 45 degrees for ward off right. Rotate both arms. Bend that right arm underneath as you close and step, and then hinge it up so that the elbow is in line with the knee. Roll back, rotate both arms to the corner, shift your weight back, turn from your waist, roll back. Bring that right arm close and touch with the left palm so you can press. Flatten both arms as you square up the torso, coming back over the ball, sit up the palms, and then push to shoulder height. Single whip, flatten both arms as you shift back. Left arm peels off first, circling, big turn on the right heel, pressing down, relax that left foot, and then make a hook, drop that left elbow, step wide enough, and push. Torso's vertical again. Raise hands, shift your weight back. Turn on your left heel. Open up that hook, sink the right elbow, open the arms, and then clapping and missing go together as you touch with the right heel. Remember, weights in the back leg, only 30% in the front by leaning forward slightly. How do we do? Ooh, nice positions. Okay, ready to do it again? We're going to practice 3 times, okay? Really getting that flow with our practice. From prepare, rotate and lift up, opening, and then float the arms down. Nice and heavy through the leg, arms light and airy. Shifting left, turn on the right heel. Reaching out with the right arm, bend with the left, close and step. Up and down, go together. Left arm points to 3 o'clock. Shift your weight back. Everything turns, legs, waist, arms, go together. Rotate the palms, left palm down. Right arm bends underneath as we close and step. Up and down, go together for ward off right. Rotate both arms to the corner for roll back. Left palm to the sky, right palm seated. Shift your weight back, turn from your waist for roll back. Touching left palm to right forearm and then expanding up and out for press. Flatten both arms as you square up. Come back over the ball, chest sinking in, back rounded, and push. Single whip. Flattening the arms as you shift back, turn from your waist. Big circle with the arms, pushing down, fingertips point together, pushing out to the side, make the hook, turn over that left palm, standing ward off, and then push. Raise hands and step forward, shift back, turn everything on your left heel. Open up the hook hand, right hand's higher than the left, and touch and close the waist for raise hands and step forward. Check left fingertips point to the center of the right forearm. I'm going to turn for a second, looking like this. Beautiful. Oh, that looks great. Okay, one more time, getting that real practice, that flow in, right? From prepare, last time. Focusing on something different every time. Maybe it's that waist leading the movement, or maybe it's pushing with the leg. Lifting up for opening, floating the arms up, and then pressing down. Shift to the left, turn on the right heel. Sinking down, knees in line with the toe direction. Stepping out, lifting up, pressing down, right hand by your hip, ward off left. Shifting to your right for ward off right, turn on your left heel. Staying in the legs, knees in line, draw your right foot in and then step out. Beautiful bow stance for ward off right. Using your waist, turn the arms to the corner, torsos to straight. Shift your weight back. Everything goes to the left corner. Touching the center of your forearm, expanding out for press. Turn from your waist to open the arms, pushing back with the legs and really using them to push forward. Single whip, flatten the arms, turning, really use that whole leg, rotating on the heel. Shift your weight to the right, relax that left foot. Make a hook, pick up, step wide enough for single whip. Raise hands, shift back, turn, open the hook. Make sure to just touch with the heel and pour 30% in. Okay. Great postures. Any questions on anything we worked up to there? All right. So today is white crane spreads its wings. So I'm going to show you one time from the normal direction so you understand where we're going. And then I'm going to show you facing the camera. So we're starting at 12 o'clock and we're going to go to 9 o'clock. We're going to circle the arms down, rotating first, bringing that left arm on top as we close and step, turning from our waist. The right arm's going to come overhead, left palm by the hip for white crane spreads its wings. Empty stance on the ball of the foot. Okay, so from a different direction so that you can see the arms. We're going to rotate the arms, turning from our waist. That left arm is going to come out and close on top as we step, turning, and we're going to bring that right arm on top and touch. Okay, so footwork, we're going from an empty stance on the heel to an empty stance on the ball of the foot. So this is the first time we see an empty stance on the ball of our foot. So what are we going to do? We're going to start from the normal direction. So sinking into your left foot, empty stance. I'm very clearly stepping on the line on your heel. So you're going to shift your weight back and you're going to step to the corner direction. So both feet are going to be facing the corner and they're going to be on one line. You're going to shift Relax your left foot. Remember, we're always going to bring in first and then step out, touching with the ball of the foot. Very important that we don't do this. We instead keep our hips over our heels and we lean into it, okay? You'll notice the big difference is our torso is going to be straight this time instead of being turned open. So we're turned to straight, okay? So to show you from a different direction, just so you can see, big thing is shifting back and step. Look, both feet go to the corner, okay? Why? Because we're setting up our back foot next. So we shift to the right, we relax, we draw in, and then we step out with the ball of the foot. Now remember, it's the whole ball of the foot, right? It's not just going to be touching with the shoe, right, or touching with the toes. We want the whole ball of your foot touching to the ground. So feel like you can push off of it, okay? So let's do that one time, maybe a couple times, we'll see, all right? So sinking into that left foot, left leg, touching with the right heel. First thing, we have to pour that weight back. So you can pick up and step to the corner. So look, both feet, same direction, right? All right, now shift your weight and relax your left foot. All the weight's in your right leg so you can pick up and then step out and touch with the whole ball of the foot. Now remember, one line between the feet. So we're not crossed, we're not too wide. We just have that beautiful one line with two sides and we're leaning, right? We're not moving forward. We're just leaning into it. Yes. Any questions? You guys are making it look easy. All right. Have you been reviewing beforehand, it feels like? Okay. Arm movements, all right? Coming close. We're in raised hands, okay? The first thing, we want to make sure our left fingers point to the center of our forearm, okay? Remember, the first thing we do is we rotate. So we're going to turn from our waist and we're going to rotate so that our right palm faces down and our left palm faces the sky. So we go from kind of seated and we do a small rotation and a pulling down, okay? It's like a downward motion. Yes, okay? From here, you're going to continue down circling until that left arm's going to come out to the side and up, and then it's going to press down. Yes, and that right arm's underneath. So we should end up in a nice closed position. Remembering what? We're not too close to our bodies, right? We're in front. Beautiful. Now from here, right arm comes on the outside. It's going to come up overhead and rotate. Beautiful. That left palm's going to push down to your hip, okay? So we haven't truly touched on this on both sides yet, but this left hand should feel like it's sitting on a table. So when we do opening and we press down, we have this feeling of sitting. Same thing. When we do ward off left, same thing, sitting, okay? This time with the left palm. So we want to have this sitting down on the table, and this is the first time we see warding off up. So when we do this movement of warding off up, if you take your right arm, okay, I'm going to mirror you for a second, okay? So taking your right arm, use the shoulder to come up, and as you do this, rotate your whole arm overhead. Yes. Now, the thing to remember is we want it overhead, not out here, okay? It's an in-between, so we're not going to go too high and hurt our shoulders. We're not going to be out in front, just overhead, and we want to avoid that bend in the arm. We want to be able to see, right? So the meaning here is if someone is punching towards you, remember, everything is long punches, right? You connect to your opponent's arm, and you just let it go up and overhead, okay? So that should be a little bit of an easy meaning. There's another meaning with a push. It's a little bit harder to understand. We'll talk about that in a moment, okay? So let's go from here. Not with the legs yet. So from here, you can do that. If you know the legs and you want to do it, feel free, okay? From here, rotate first. Left palm to the sky, right palm facing down. Okay, keep going down. That left arm's going to come out to the side and then up, and it's going to press down as you close the arm. Perfect. Then right arm passes on the outside. Left arm comes down, sitting by your hip. Beautiful. Okay, remember, fingertips are going to point forward. It's going to be nice and relaxed, right by your hip. Okay. All right, let's do it again. So arms, we're looking. We're going to look, following the direction, close, and then open. Nice. Okay, so let's give you the other meaning so that you understand. The other meaning is if someone is pushing. Okay, someone is two-hand pushing to you. You're going to close around their arms. So someone's pushing hands are going to be right in this space. Then what happens is you take one arm up and one out. Now, typically when we do this, it would be more like this, and your opponent's arms would be going like this. Okay, does that make sense? All right, that was a little bit more difficult. Remember, we train Tai Chi very slowly. Why? We're building muscle, we're building balance and agility, and we're training our bodies to eventually do these movements fast. The thing being timing. So it takes a while to get that timing, and if we ever wanted to play around with this, we would need that timing, okay? So let's try and do this together. I'm going to turn away from you so that we're in the normal direction. Raise hands and step forward. Okay, rotate the arms, turn from your waist, pulling down. Keep circling. Bring that left arm out, and then on top, we're going to step and close the arms. Turn from your waist, relax that left foot. Start opening the arms, draw in. Touch with the toes as you open the arms fully, okay? So remember, empty stance on the ball of the foot, hip over heel, leaning so that your left hand is where? By your hip, and your right palm is overhead. Nice rounded arm. Looks good. Okay, let's do it again. So raise hands and step forward. Make sure we have a beautiful starting position. So take a moment, check in on your knee alignment on both legs. Is your lower back relaxed? Are the arms extended? Left fingertips point to the right forearm. Okay, rotate the arms, left palm to the sky, right palm facing down. We're going to circle, left arm out to the side, comes on top. We say close and step. Pour that weight in and start moving the arms. You've turned your waist. Draw the foot in, and then stepping out as you spread your wings. Check, final posture. Extended and pressing down go together. Do you have that weight in the ball of the foot? Not too far forward. And knee over the ankle, or knee over the foot on both legs. So not letting them fall in, really using the inner thighs to keep them open for white crane. How are we doing? Feeling so, or that looks good. Bring the left hand back towards your hip a little bit more. So it's really sitting here, not too far out in front, okay? All right, questions. I see you close to the screen. You have to unmute, my dear.
This is probably something that I've asked before.
That's fine.
Grasping the bird's tail are all the movements up into what, including what?
Okay. Grasping the bird's tail. Ward off left.
Right.
ward off right,
Right.
roll back, press, and push
Okay.
are all grasping the bird's tail.
Got it. So then it's just called single whip.
Yes, the next movement is called single whip. The next one is raise hands or raise hands and step forward. And then white crane spreads its wings.
Okay.
Do you have a copy of the form written out?
No.
Okay, at the end of class, hang tight and I'm going to send that directly to you. Okay, so you can have that exact thing. All right.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Super important, right? We call out the names of moves, and eventually, as you learn the form, we'll start saying less. But right now we're in section 1, so I want to talk you through it, right? Oh, she said, no, I want more. Okay. Hey, it's balance, right? I don't want to talk too much. Okay. Other questions?
I found
Yeah.
that I was ending up with my right knee slightly to the outside. You were talking about not letting it collapse inside.
Most people, when they do this, I'm facing the camera so you can see, most people have a tendency to do this, okay? That's just like the overall thing that I see. This is completely possible, okay? Pushing out the other direction too much. Ooh, in fact, that's my bad knee. So let me demo on the other side, okay? So the goal is to achieve it being centered, especially if you have flat feet, then you're definitely going to be here. Most people don't have the inner strength. If you are hypermobile or have hyper flexibility, this is highly likely, okay? Having the ability to just kind of push too far, we really want to feel that weight always centered on the foot no matter what we're doing, okay? So that's the goal, is to have it centered. And I just say that it goes in because that's what I see most of the time. Because if we sink down lower than we're comfortable, okay? If we want to make this like a longer stance, typically that knee goes in when we're trying to reach and extend. If we're going natural, it might be going out the other way. So just pay attention to that. For your body, it's the opposite, okay? Yes.
I can actually see.
Yeah, you can physically look down, okay, at your leg while you practice. This is a big thing, okay? This is where everything lines up, and you want to make sure your foot is like not seen depending on where you are, or if you see your foot, that it's perfectly in line, okay? I really want to encourage you to check out your footwork.
I think
All right, ready to practice?
it's happening right where you said shift your weight.
Yes.
Right. And I'm shifting and
You're pushing out.
I'm not sure what.
Okay.
Am I shifting my body weight too far?
Yep. Love your analyzation. So footwork, okay? When you step and you shift, you're shifting out to the side too much, okay? I'm going to do this facing the camera, okay? Shifting your weight back to your left leg, you step with your right foot. When you pour that weight in, I want you to think about pouring it on your whole foot versus just shifting over. When you just shift over, that weight's like falling into the side of the foot. Okay, does that make sense? Let me do it this direction, okay? Left leg is full, okay? We're sinking into that left leg so that we can step. As you step, staying level, shift your weight into the whole foot. So heel, ball, toes. That knee stays over when you pick up and then you step out, okay? So the difference being conscious versus just shifting too far, okay? Remember, when we talk about our footwork, everything should be push and support, okay? So if I'm ever pushing and shifting, this leg is stopping me, okay? So I'm not just gonna push and just like freely flow over and then flow out, okay? There's gonna be intention, or there's gonna be kind of tension between the legs, right? So like a spring, we're pushing and receiving and then drawing in, and then we're pushing 30% in receiving it in that front leg. Okay, I want you to focus on a spring. Everyone here can focus on this, and this will take your practice to the next level. So instead of, let's do a bow stance for a moment on the other side. Right leg, left leg forward. Okay, moving back and forth. This is correct, right? I'm moving back and forth. I'm even keeping my knees in line, right? So I'm achieving both of those things. But now I want you to move like you're pushing and you're stopping yourself. There is someone physically stopping you from this front leg. And then when you're moving back, you're physically stopping yourself. Like it's like tension building. Push and support. Back and forth, feeling outside of the thighs working, inside of the thighs working. Hips are like nice and open, and that weight going from that back leg to the front leg and back. And we can do this faster, and we can still have intention versus just up and down. Okay? This will take your practice to the next level. And if you really focus on it, we'll do it on the other side, okay? So sinking into that left leg, sit out with the right. If you take the time, if you know the form, or if you know these first few movements, and you take the time, instead of just going back and forth with the knees in line, and you decide, I'm gonna push back, and I'm gonna push forward. The first thing that's gonna happen to your practice is that everything with the arms has to really slow down because your legs start slowing down because it's harder to move faster if you're not doing this or if you're doing this, okay? So if you're doing this, you have to actually move slower to have that intention or that force or spring action versus if we're just moving freely. Versus using the muscles to create this push and support. How's that for like a mini inner lesson on footwork? Okay. All right. My legs are feeling it already. So it's just a few minutes, right? And it'll make a big difference. Okay. Yeah. Shake them out. Okay. So let's do just the footwork. Now that we did a bow stance, that's kind of like the easiest way to feel it. Let's have that same intention with our raised hands to white crane footwork. So sinking into that left leg, touching with that right heel, already feeling what? Push and support, pushing into that front leg, push that weight back and step. Now, as you shift your weight, receive that weight in the right leg, relaxing that left foot to draw in. And then when you touch, don't just think about shifting 30%, think about receiving 30%. So we can do that same thing about receiving, okay? So something to play with is going from just touching, okay, there's not much weight, to 30% and coming back, 30%. All right, so this is really important. Feel how do you achieve 30%? By leaning, okay? By having intention of pushing and supporting with the ground. Make sense? Are your legs burning yet? Join me. Let's do it again. Raise hands and step forward with the arms this time. Okay, first thing, rotate and pulling down. Left palm to the sky, right palm to the earth. Circle, sorry. Left arm comes on top and we close and step. Use that intention and then draw the foot in, touch 30%. Did it feel different? Maybe. Let's do it again. All right, so starting with a beautiful footwork here. Empty stance on that heel. Left fingers point to right forearm. Remember, our waist is turned. Looking. Rotate both palms. Shift your weight back to that left leg. Bring that left arm on top. Close and step. Turn from your waist. And then open the arms as you touch and spread your wings. Check right palms overhead. Left hand by your hip. Folding from your hips so that you can get that 30%. And then relax the arms and look at your right knee. Is it in line? Yes? Good. All right. I love that you're ready. Just ready to go. That was great. Yes. So the hardest part of this movement is the fact that from raised hands, both arms start moving at the same rate when they go down. Then that right arm's going to stay at that same rate, but the left arm has to move a little bit faster so that everything arrives together and we close. And then they can both go at the same rate. So this is that Tai Chi magic, right? How do we make everything arrive together? Okay, so let's talk about the arms this time. So touching with the right heel, raise hands. Rotating, moving at the same pace, then let that left arm peel off so it can come on top and you close and step. So check here. The arms are closed, right arms on top or right arms underneath facing the sky, left arms on top. Okay, then shift your weight. Turn from your waist. Right arm comes out on top and then we touch. How do we do with the timing? Remember, close and step is one of the key phrases you're going to hear again and again. We've already heard it, right? Ward off left, close and step. Ward off right, close and step. And then perform the movement, right? So close and step, close and step, close and step. We want to get used to this, okay? Ready to do it again? Raise hands and step forward. All right. Nice empty stance. One line between the feet. Okay, rotate, pulling down. Keep circling. Left arm comes on top. Close and step. Use that intention to shift the weight, turning. Bring that left foot in and then step out for white crane. Shoulders down. Arms are what? Light and airy. Legs should be burning as you hold for a second. Torso turned to straight. But remember, the hips are still going to be open, so we're using what? That middle, lower back to turn and get our torso to straight. Relax the arms, relax the legs. Okay. Now, from single whip, okay? You guys are nailing that. Let's go from single whip now and add that extra movement in so then we can see how good our memory is. So stepping out, nice bow stand, single whip. Remember your torso is vertical here. Pushing out with the palm, beautiful hook hand. Okay, shift your weight to the right leg. Just enough so you can turn on the left heel. Open up the hook. Draw the arms back, making kind of a U-turn. As you close, step with a clap and miss for raised hands. Circle down. Left arm comes on top. Close and step. Turning. Up and down, go together, touching with the left ball of the foot. Were we able to flow through it? You're like, that was easy, right? Question? You have to unmute, my dear. No? Okay, let's do it again. So let's go. Oh, yes? Yes, yes, yes. There you are.
Something like that. What I asked was, can we do the same thing again?
Yes, yes, from single whip, right? Yeah, we're going to do this a couple of times. I feel like the more moves we add on, sometimes it just messes with our memory of the new move. That's why I just like to add one on it first. So single whip. Remember, I'm setting up really quickly. Lots of practice. Give yourself that extra moment to really set up into a nice bow stance. Find that vertical torso. Arms are extended, hooks where to the corner. Remember, nice long arms, pushing with that left palm, looking with the whole head, not just the eyes. Shift your weight back. Turn on your left heel, closing that left arm and leg in. Now open up the hook, open the arms, right hand's higher, draw the foot in, step, turning from your waist to lead the closing of the arms. Circle down, shift your weight to the left, left arm comes on top as you close and step, and then bring that right arm on the outside, overhead, pushing down with the left palm. Did we do good? Yes. Beautiful. Okay. Let's do it again. I'm going to talk a little bit about the lower back to cue you into this area. So remember, really important, even when we're in these stances, okay? Really avoid kinking out the back here and causing that pinch in the spine. Really try to use your core to bring it down. Now, it's not bringing it down and clenching your butt, okay? It's just relaxing that lower back and spine area a little bit, okay? So stepping out, check right away. That back's relaxed. We're not sticking out. We're relaxing down so we have length through the crown of our head down to our tailbone. Raise hands and step forward first to white crane. Rotate both arms, keeping that back nice and relaxed as you step. Keep it relaxed as you shift. And then even as you step out for white crane. Okay, I'm sure that changed everything. Let's do one more. So from single whip this time. Check here, same thing, torso's vertical. Relax your back down. Sit in the center of your hips, not leaning. Okay, nice straight spine, turning and looking through your left palm. Shift your weight back. Turn on your left heel. Open the hook. Keep that lower back relaxed. Only doing what's natural with the legs. Rotate both arms. Left arm comes on top. Close and step. Turning. Open the arms. White crane spreads its wings. Check on that lower back. How'd you do? Is it relaxed right now? So important. All right. Ready to practice from the beginning? Really, let's do it, okay? Really test our memories, okay? Make sure. Okay. From prepare. Run through your checklist. Head lifting up, shoulders down, armpits open, lower back relaxed, knees in line, weight centered. Deep breath, and now relax. All right, float the arms up, opening. Shoulder height, shoulder width. Upper arms go down, forearms, and then palms till they reach the hips. Shifting left, turn on your right heel, 45 degrees. Reaching out with that right arm, left arm bends underneath, and then we close the arms and step. Left arm lifts, right arm ends up by your hip. Grasping the bird's tail includes that movement, ward off left, and now turning for ward off right. Rotate both arms, bend that right arm underneath, and then close and step. Hinging up and down, go together, ward off right. Roll back, rotating both arms to the corner, left palm to the sky, right hand seated. Shift your weight back. Feel that push and support of your leg. Turning from your waist, touch the center of your right forearm. Again, push and support in the legs as you press out. Flatten both arms. Use that push and support, and then push with the palms. Okay, that's the end of grasping the bird's tail. Single whip is next. Flattening the arms. Turn from your waist. Big circle. Pressing down. Fingertips point together. Relax the left foot. Make a hook. Drop the left elbow. Turning over the palm. And push. Raise hands. Shift back. Turn on your left heel. Open up the hook. Stepping. Touching with the heel, clap, and mist with the arms. White crane, circle down. Left arm comes on top. Close and step. And then right arm on the outside comes overhead as we spread our wings. How do we do? Feeling good? All right, can we practice one more time before we close class? Let's do it. I'm all about this, okay? This is great practice. Shoulders width apart, prepare. All right, opening, floating, lifting up, shoulder height, shoulder width. Upper arms go down, forearms, and then the palms. Grasping the bird's tail, including ward off left, shift left and turn. Reaching out, sinking down, knees in line, step, and then lifting and pressing down, go together, torso's vertical. Shift back, turn. Rotate the arms as you shift, knees in line, and stepping out, ward off, right. Roll back, feeling that waist turning and turning back as you shift your weight. Press, touching the forearm, really use those legs. Flatten the arms, come back over a ball, sit up the palms, and then push. Flatten both arms, single whip, turning, big circle, turn on that right heel, press down, relax the foot, push out to the side, make a hook, standing, warding off, and then push. Raise hands and step forward, shift back and turn on the left heel. Open the hook, little circle, or U-turn with the arms as we close, and then white crane. Circle down, left arm on top, close step, and then right arm passes on the outside, coming overhead and pressing down with that left palm. Very nice. Oh, looks good. Everyone's in such a great empty stance too. Good work on the legs. All right. Does anyone, it's hard, right? You guys are doing hard work tonight. You really are. Do you have any questions before we close class? Okay. We will close class for now. Stick around and I'll drop some links in the chat for you guys. Thank you so much, everyone. Great work tonight.
Thank you, Cheryl.